Today, I want to tell you something that happens to me all the time, both at my clinic and socially. For example, recently I was at this social gathering and someone came up to me and, after some small talk, asked me a question that I hear constantly. It is a very common question, and I'll be honest, a lot of people don't like my answer. I don't mind when people ask me, but I feel bad at disappointing them. So at the clinic, this question almost always comes from someone who's had a lot of sun damage, often someone who's had skin cancer already, precancerous spots, and or significant aging of their skin. Similarly, if it is a social setting, the person asking is usually someone who's covered in brown spots, uneven skin pigmentation, and wrinkles that are likely to be premature. And the question is, drum roll, what should I do to have good skin? So how do I answer it? Welcome back. I'm Dr. Maria Azizian, a board certified general surgeon and an IFM certified functional medicine physician. On this channel, I share health tips on skin health, food and supplements, functional medicine, surgery, and the latest medical research to help you feel your best. And if that sounds good, please like, share with your friends and family, and subscribe. So when I hear that question, what should I do to have good skin? My answer is always sunscreen. And I can literally see the disappointment on their faces. People expect a magic cream, a secret serum, some expensive laser, a miracle supplement. They think that because I treat skin cancer so much, I must have some incredible secret knowledge. But the truth is, everything starts with sunscreen. And no, it does not end there. There are great treatments, there are powerful modern technologies, there are medical grade skincare products, but none of them work if you skip the first step, protecting your skin. You cannot repair skin that is being damaged every single day. So when I look at somebody's face or hands or neck, I don't just see aging. I see medical sun injury. I see solar lentigo, and those are flat brown spots created by UV damaged pigment cells. I see uneven pigmentation. Those are blotchy color changes from chronic sun damage. I see actinic keratosis. Those are rough sandpaper-like patches that are precancerous and can turn into squamous cell carcinoma. We treat a lot of them at our clinic. And I see wrinkles and thinning of the skin because UV light destroys collagen and elastin. And this is not just cosmetic aging. This is cumulative radiation damage. So when I say radiation, I mean radiation from the sun. So why is sunscreen non-negotiable? Sunscreen is not about beauty. It is about stopping DNA damage. We have UVA and UVB rays. UVA rays of the sun penetrate deeply and cause aging and cancer. UVB rays cause burning and mutations. And we will get back to them in a few minutes. So you need sunscreen SPF 30 or higher applied every single day. In warmer climate, this needs to be applied to all exposed areas and reapplied after an hour to an hour and a half in direct sun. In colder climates, including obviously in winter, sunscreen should be applied daily to the face, to the ears, to the scalp if it's exposed, if you have no hair, and that should be done daily, even indoors. So why do you have to do it indoors? Well, because glass blocks UVB, but not UVA rays. Additionally, screens and devices such as laptops, phones, and tablets emit blue light, which also contributes to pigmentation and aging. Many people ask, what about chemicals in sunscreen? And they are worried about these chemicals, and this concern is valid because sunscreens could be absorbed into bloodstream and may actually disrupt some of your neurotransmitters or irritate sensitive skin. And also, honestly, there is a lot that we don't know about these chemicals. And that's why I recommend mineral sunscreen, also called physical sunscreen. Or if you're lost or confused, just use baby sunscreen because these contain just two active ingredients, zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. They sit on top of the skin and physically block UV rays instead of being absorbed. And they are safer for daily, lifelong use and are excellent for sensitive skin. So if sunscreen has been something that you avoided because of toxicity concerns, or if you are sensitive to it, then try baby sunscreen. That may be the solution solution for you. So now the answer that everybody is waiting for. So what else is there aside from sunscreen? Yes, once the skin is protected, now we can repair it. There is laser therapy that removes pigment and stimulates collagen. Also, there is PDT, photodynamic therapy, that is actually a red or blue light. At our clinic, we have blue light. We treat actinic keratosis, and those are early cancer-forming cells that sometimes you can't even see with the naked eye. And also, it improves skin appearance as a byproduct of the treatment. And we see that all the time at our clinic. And finally, there's also medical grade skincare that changes how our skin cells behave and heal. They all work, but only when sunscreen is in place first. The effects of any of these expensive therapies will be negated if you don't use sunscreen. I also would like to address excuses related to not using sunscreen that I hear every day. Excuse number one, I don't go outside. Well, that doesn't matter because UVA can penetrate the glass. And I suppose if you live in the basement and if you don't use any devices, then you don't need to use sunscreen. But I guess then you will not see this video anyway. Excuse number two. Oh, I only drive sometimes and I don't go out. So similar kind of excuse. And when you say I only drive, that actually means that the left side of your body is more damaged than the right. And here in the United States, we see that quite a lot because most of us drive. And there is a higher incidence of skin cancer on the left side of the face, on the left forearm, left hand, because of constant exposure to the sun while driving. So that is not an excuse. The next excuse that is very common is that my makeup has SPF. So as my patients know, I always tell them that there's a little dirty secret about that indeed, most makeups that have SPF, they do have some component of sunscreen, but unfortunately, it's not a lot. It's a very small component, so it is not a replacement for a regular sunscreen. So that's why we still recommend usage of regular sunscreen in addition to the makeup that contains SPF, that contains sunscreen. It almost doesn't matter. The next excuse that is actually dangerous is I am dark skinned, so I don't need sunscreen. Well, that is not true. I actually have several videos where I discuss how often it is that a skin cancer is missed in darker skinned patients because nobody is thinking about it, nobody is suspecting it, and because of that, skin cancer is often diagnosed at more advanced stage, again, in patients with darker skin. So please use sunscreen just like everybody else with lighter skin. So the skin color does not matter. So to summarize, sun damage happens in short or long repeated chronic exposures, driving, walking, sitting near windows, using screens. So the real secret to good skin is not a miracle cream, a trendy device, or the latest social media product. It is protecting what you already have. Once your skin is protected, we can repair it, improve it, and even sometimes reverse much of the damage. But without sunscreen, every treatment you do is slowly being erased by daily radiation, and it will not stay for too long, and your efforts, money, and time will have been wasted. Healthy skin is not about chasing perfection. It's about preventing ongoing injury. And that is why sunscreen is not optional. It is the foundation of everything we do in skin health. So please use sunscreen and don't forget to use it in the winter. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to reading your comments. Until next time. Bye-bye.